Today, let's find out how Spotify suffered a severe hack that could harm its artists, how the EU's new regulation could reshape global trade, and Apple's plan to perfect the foldable. Let's get into today's episode filled with chaos. How is 99.6% of Spotify's music stolen? Well, according to an activist pirate group called Anna's Archive, they copied a massive portion of Spotify's catalog. That includes metadata and actual music files. The group says this isn't piracy but cultural preservation, which reminds me of that Marvel villain, The Collector. They've already released the metadata through public torrents and they plan to release the music files in stages, sorted by popularity using Spotify's own numbers, which is honestly a brutal flex. But how do you even hack the biggest streaming platform on earth? Apparently you start with public data. Then you use some very not public methods to get past Spotify's digital locks. Spotify has confirmed the breach. They say they're investigating, which usually means we just found out the internet knows. Anna's Archive says the total data is around 300 terabytes, and here's where I have questions. Because Anna's Archive announces on December 20th, which means Spotify knew this way before that time. And if Spotify can protect its music library, a platform that already struggles to pay its artists a livable wage, what exactly is it good at? So, is this group delusional or is this hackers being hackers? And the chaos doesn't stop there, because what Google is about to do is very big. Google has delayed its plans to replace Google Assistant with Gemini on Android devices. The full switch is now happening in 2026. Google says it wants a seamless transition, which is corporate speak for this is harder than we thought. Or they just realized that you can't teach the new dog the old tricks overnight. But when the transition is complete, Google Assistant is gone. No more Assistant on Androids and tablets. And the standalone Google Assistant app on iOS disappears too. Now, here's the problem. A lot of devices depend on Google Assistant to function, like smart speakers, soundbars, IoT devices that work perfectly fine today. And these devices probably won't get updated to support Gemini, which means if they get a factory reset, they might stop working perfectly, which will feel less like innovation and more like modernization at the expense of your customers. But do you agree with me? And across the world, wait until you see what the EU just did to global trade. Because starting January 6, 2026, Europe is rolling out something called Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, or CBAM, which already sounds expensive. China and India have already called it green protectionism, which is diplomatic talk for we don't like it. So, what is it? CBAM puts a carbon price on certain imported goods, meaning if it took a lot of pollution to make something, it gets more expensive the moment it enters Europe, because you're basically paying for the carbon sins of whatever you're importing. Now, this mainly targets carbon-heavy materials from steels to fertilizers, and eventually even electricity itself. The goal sounds noble. Stop companies from outsourcing pollution to countries with weaker climate control, and push exporters to clean up the production process. Which is great, in theory. Here's the problem. Not every exporter can afford to go green overnight. For some countries, this is an extreme financial burden. For some, it's an investment opportunity. Clean up fast and Europe opens its wallet. Fall behind and your goods get priced out. So yes, this is absolutely a push in the right direction for the environment. But it also redraws the map of global trade. Moving on, let's get into some quick news. A German engineer makes history as the first ever wheelchair user to reach space. Japan is preparing to restart the world's biggest nuclear plant after 15 years. Google, Apple, and Microsoft warn its visa holders not to leave the US due to significant return delays. Nvidia and SK Hynix are building an AI SSD that could be 10 times faster and possibly 10 times as expensive. And that's for the quick news. Into the Apple news. Apple's officially woken Samsung's inner beast, and the beast's first instinct is copying. Samsung is reportedly developing a new foldable phone internally called the Wired Fold. Just in case anyone forgot who they're competing with, Apple. Specifically the iPhone Fold, which according to fresh rumors is testing next generation ultra-thin flexible glass. Glass so thin is designed to eliminate the crease entirely. And that matters, because the crease is the one thing people complain about, no matter how good the foldable is. So now, Apple and Samsung are racing towards the same finish line. Moving into spaghetti mayhem, Italy just gave Apple a weird fine. The country's antitrust authority has fined Apple $115 million. The ruling says Apple abuses dominant market position, specifically through its app tracking transparency policy. You know, the feature pops up on your iPhone and makes other apps ask you whether it's cool to stalk you across other apps. Regulators argue that Apple applies stricter rules to third-party developers. Those developers have to ask politely if they can track you outside their app. Apple then helpfully jumps in and gives you the Ask App Not to Track button. Here's the issue. Regulators say Apple doesn't apply the same rules to itself, to which it responds, we don't need to ask users because we don't track them, which is technically true and legally convenient. So now Apple has 90 days to explain how it plans to comply, or at least how it plans to explain itself. Because Apple says the regulations must understand how app tracking transparency works, which is Apple speak for him. You just don't get it. Into the gaming news. Valve officially ends production on the AOCD Steam Deck model, so it will continue selling but in few quantities. And Steam Client officially moves to 64-bit on Windows 11 and 10. Man, that's it for today's tech news. Thanks for watching. I hope you got updated. And come in for the next episode if you want to stay updated. You do want to stay updated, right?